Hello everyone, and welcome back to Gaming Droid, and welcome back to kind of a mix between a channel update and a free trial droid. This is Gemcraft Chasing Shadows. It's quite an old free-to-play game, but it is free to play on online services like Congregate and Armour Games, and it's quite a lot of fun. We'll talk a little bit about the game. We'll also talk a little bit about the channel. Game-wise, it's a tower defense It's a tower defense game. All the Gemcraft games are. And it works off a kind of unique idea that your towers don't do any damage, it's the gems that do damage, and you put your gems between different buildings to have them do different things. This is a low-level game. This is just after the tutorial, and you have a set of skills which you unlock as you go through the game. At the moment I have Mana Stream, which increases my mana when I get a kill. I have Fusion, which makes my gems cheaper, and I have Initial Building Cost, which is Masonry. Your unspent skill points go into initial mana pool, so every unspent skill point you have gives you initial mana. You gain skill points by leveling up your character, by completing achievements, by completing levels on different difficulties. And the final mechanic sort of to play into is the Talisman. You gain these Talisman fragments, which you can then level up, and the rarity of the Talisman fragment depends on the difficulty of the battle. So let's just jump into a battle quickly. I'll move on to a higher level thing later on. But I'll just show you the base mechanics. When we get into the higher level stuff, I will then... so I can combine these together using the combine function. I can then combine those together. And I can make myself a much more powerful gem. Personally, I find that having one powerful gem is slightly better than having weaker gems, especially when you sort of specialize into that. If you're going to be facing a lot of what they call swarmlings, you can see down the side here, these normal tiles are reavers. If they have little dots, then they're going to be swarmlings. If they have big swoops, they're going to be giants. Other than that, the gems take a little bit of a while to activate once they get put into the shrine. It's reasonably intelligent with splitting up how it divides damage, so that your towers aren't always attacking the same things. There's some spells you get, which I'll show you later on, which allow you to do different things. And most of the stuff has hotkeys. So for instance, that's numpad 8, that's G. You can just upgrade things from where they are with you. And you can have pure gems like this, which is one colour. You can see that this one has a 15% chance to do roughly 1.5 times damage. And if I upgrade that, it goes up to a 17% chance to do roughly double damage. And you can have mixed color gems, and you can see there that it has a dual modifier. It has higher base damage, but the percentiles and the bonuses it gets from its color are lower. So this one has 70% of the poison damage and 70% of the damage multiplier chance and the damage multiplier, compared with a yellow gem of size 2 and a green gem of size 2. But it has 20% more damage than a pure gem of size 3. So it does get, it's a nice little complicated thing, and you can specialize using different skills in different things. Got a nice little speed up as well, and you can also gain bonus mana just by summoning waves early, which makes the game harder but gives you bonus mana. And again, there's an achievement, so the achievement gave me a bonus skill point as well. So that's the game in a nutshell. It's given me field tokens, which are tokens, so this is the end thing. I get shadow cores, which you can use to upgrade talisman tablets, get skill points, etc. 2 skill point giving achievements, and it's giving me 2 tokens as well. One of those tokens is a special token, which is this one, and this one has a wizard tower on it. And what wizard towers do is wizard towers unlock special abilities for you. So this one should unlock the bolt ability. But to get the wizard tower, we need to open the locks. If we don't open the locks before the end of the game, or before the end of the last wave, then this will destroy us automatically. So for this one, because we need to do a certain number of hits within a certain amount of time, it's good to dedicate a couple of cheap gems to just giving you those hits nice and early. The other thing you can do is, if there's multiple paths, you can wall off certain paths to force enemies to go down certain directions. So these are roughly powerful enough to kill off the first wave, although they will very quickly need to be upgraded to keep up. In fact, they're not even going to succeed in killing off the first wave, so I'm going to move this one across. This one's going to get upgraded. A few things will probably get past before it's finished filling in, but that's okay. We will cope with that. You're going to get killed by these towers? Yes, they are. So what I'll do is I will pop another tower down here, and pop this guy down there. So just got another achievement, and basically this is the playthrough of the game. This is how the game is going to play on. You get bigger achievements, more skills. You also get things called battle traits, which make battles more difficult but give you bonus experience. The way leveling up works in this is you can't grind the same level over and over again for getting experience. I will get a set amount of experience for this level, and once I've got that amount of experience, there we go, that's my tower done. I just need to wait for the right moment to upgrade Thor to combine these two together. In fact, probably the best thing I can do is combine them together and move them into that one. When you complete a level, you get a certain amount of experience. That experience is then saved against that level, and unless you gain more experience the next time, you don't gain any experience. So if you gained 1,000 experience on a level, and then went back and played it again and gained 998 experience, it wouldn't actually give you anything, it would give you nothing. If you gained 1,002 experience, it would give you 2 experience. So the way it kind of stops you from grinding levels to level up and make yourself too powerful for the game is you have to be gaining the battle modifiers and the battle token changes, and doing it at high difficulties and completing different missions. You can't just grind one mission over and over again for experience, which is a nice balanced way of doing it. There are some sort of slightly manipulative kind of ways you can make yourself overpowered. One of the ways is to specialize into the Mana Steel gem, especially when you get the beam ability. The Mana Steel gem and the beam ability are slightly OP when combined. The other thing is the mana pool you can see is filling up. When it gets to full, it will upgrade. So at the moment this is gaining me 54 mana per minute passively. Now it's up to level 2, it's gaining me 65 mana per minute. It also has an experience bonus and a mana bonus based upon kind of its level. So having a higher level mana pool is better, which incentivizes saving up. But at the same time, if you're saving up, then you're not going to have the gem. You're not going to have high enough level gems to be able to defeat everything. So it's a kind of a balancing act between saving up and also making sure you've got enough high level gems that you're going to be able to complete missions. So there you see just a little bit of the work on moving gems about to give myself as much of a benefit from my gems as possible. Especially when you're at a lower level, you do want to kind of have towers spaced out around so that you can get advantages from your gems where you might not necessarily get advantages normally. So it's all about completing levels, making it more difficult on yourself, completing challenges. I got quite a few achievements in that one. So I got a long abandoned tower of a fellow wizard. After the summoning of the Forgotten and the demonic outbreak that followed, most of the wizards fell back to the Spirit Forge. In a hurry, they only had time to add locks to their towers for monsters and demons. So that explains basically the wizard tower. I also gained Don't Let It Through, which is to select a monster. I gained Unlock a Wizard Tower. I gained Create a Grade 5 Gem. I gained 250 experience to keep the orb intact and 251 hit kills. I also gained my first trait, which is Haste, 2 map tiles and 2 new missions. So these unlock traits, rather than spells. So what you'll see now is when I go into a mission, so this one, say I've got 83 experience on this one, which is the first mission. I can now just ramp it up and make it much, much harder for me to complete. But by making it much, much harder for me to complete, not only do I increase the drop rarity, but I also increase the XP multiplier. And that means that I can gain more experience points for my character, for my wizard. Yes, I'm fully aware. So set a battle trait to level 7 and an assortment of other little requested tasks. So here we go, I've upgraded all of these gems. I can upgrade this one to a level 4. And the battle trait makes these things come faster, so I have less time to prepare. But as well as that, it also adds 7 more, so it means there's 7 more higher levels. And the way it does it is each level has more hit points than the level before, and each level has more monsters than the level before. So it's got a steady ramp up of risk versus reward. Thankfully, I have some pretty decent gems already in place, and I've got enough skill points that my mana is high enough at the start that I can kind of work off that nice and quickly. So you'll see now that instead of having 83 experience from this one, I got 530 times by 3.10, and that comes from having the battle trait in place. And now my total, instead of being 83 for that level, was 1,644. So if we go back to the map, my level will go up very quickly. Boom, 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 boom. So I gained 5 levels from that. But only if I beat that amount of experience will I get anything more from that. I also got my first Talisman piece, which is a really high level Talisman piece. It's a rarity 20. You normally don't find these until much later on. I got ridiculously lucky with that. And you see that it gives Gem Wasps attack 8% faster and also 0% experience and 0% damage to Swarmlings. The reason it's got 2 zeros is I can upgrade the fragment, and now it has 1% experience bonus, and you can see I can upgrade it 4 times, and each of the first 2 upgrades unlocks the next ability and makes each ability previously more powerful. What I can do is I can pop that into any of the matching corresponding shapes. So I can have 5 of these, 5 circles, 5 pentagons, and 5 heptagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 duodecagons. And this down here shows me all of my sum totals. When you fill this out, this becomes huge. So what I'll do is I will return to the main menu. I will switch into my high level, which, as you can see, I have progressed a little bit further. The red lights are where I've done the second level difficulty. This is mid-game, maybe, and in fact this isn't the proper one because it doesn't appear to have transferred my save across properly, because over on my other computer I've actually readied out all of these. So basically this entire area of the map is on red. These are special ones which you don't use your talisman, your skills, or your battle traits. You have custom sets of gems and spells, you have a certain amount of mana, and Early Wailing Call doesn't give you shrine charges, and they're just little challenge maps. These ones give you skills and spells, these ones give you traits, so there's a lot more stuff going on. Over in my talisman I'll just show you that. So that's all of the things I have: damage to swarming dreams and giants, experience bonus, initial experience mana pool, initial mana, and all these come from my assorted talismans and traits. So what we'll do is we'll jump into a map, and while we're playing the map I will... Let's do F1, but let's do a real F1. So these are dominations, which make things more dangerous. Actually, I won't do the giant domination because that's ridiculous. And reset skills. 20 on that. 20 on that. 5 or 10 on that and 5 on there. And yeah, I think that should be... Oh no, I want 10 on that as well. This gives you Orblets, which give you a mana bonus but also a mana negative if they get stolen. Swarmling Domination makes Swarmlings more dangerous. Adaptive Carapace means that each thing takes less damage if they get shot. Mana Lock means that your mana is only given to you once every 100 seconds. Faster Wavestones, etc. So let's just jump into a match. So as to the channel update, you might have noticed that a bit of kind of missing content on the channel. There's been a much slower production of content on the channel. The reason for that is I've been helping my partner move house because she was previously in a really nasty property that wasn't good for her in any way, and I've encouraged her and sort of been helping. I've been helping her move out. I've been helping her move furniture and things, so that she doesn't have to stay there anymore. It's been very expensive, very difficult, very stressful. A lot of her property's been damaged and destroyed by mold, and I've been dealing with that and trying to help save what property we can save what bits of her belongings we can save, and sort of find and get rid of everything that needs getting rid of so it doesn't spread mold to her new property. Been very stressful, been very difficult, much more stressful for her than me. Been involving a lot of walking and a lot of traipsing backwards and forwards between the two properties. There's still ongoing possible arguments with her landlords in the future and things like that. But hopefully things will get sorted and the channel will pick back up again then. I'm taking a couple of days off from helping her to try and get a bit of content ready and done, and I'll do what I did previously before I went down, and I will do scheduled uploads, which means I won't be replying to comments as much. Because things will be scheduled to upload and they'll upload without my say, which means things also won't be going into playlists when they should, because you can't schedule things into an upload and schedule them to go into a playlist when they upload. Instead, it just kind of goes into the playlist when it's done. So hopefully things will get sorted. I will try and make sure everything goes into playlists. If anyone notices anything hasn't gone into a playlist properly, or anything like that, please let me know, and I will get onto that as soon as possible. So that's kind of the channel update in the middle. This is the beam enhancement, by the way, and you'll see that it gives you a certain number of seconds. You can see that whenever the beam goes off, my mana owing, this is the little ticker that the mana lock gives you, my mana owing just jumps up the second that beam activates. The other thing that's really useful with that is if I upgrade the gem, it's now no longer socketed, so it has to do its little timer to socket itself. But if I pop a beam upgrade on it, it automatically resockets instantaneously. And this is why the mana gem is a little bit OP when you fully upgrade it and you have all of the mana orblets and things set up, because you end up being able to basically just sap creatures really rapidly. And as long as you've got the beam augment going, there's very little that can get past you. That is a mana shard, which 150, yeah, I'll pay 150. It has armor and then it has mana inside it, and basically the gems around it, if they have nothing else to shoot, or if you set them to structures, will shoot at this, and once the shell's broken they start giving me mana from that as well. So this has been a kind of a channel update and a demonstration of something that isn't free to play on Steam. You can get it on Steam, but it is a paid for game on Steam. I do have the Steam version because I think it's a wonderful game and I wanted to support the developer who has put out a lot of free to play games of this genre. 56,000 mana and this thing is still not letting anything past. The reason I'm letting the mana accumulate is so that I get a higher level mana pool. And you can see that I get Talisman experience gain, Orbit experience gain, mana pool gain, mana stream skill, and mana XP multiplier, mana pool XP multiplier. So every time my mana pool levels up, these numbers go up and it just becomes more and more extreme that I get more and more stuff from things. So as long as things aren't getting past me, I don't mind just leaving my mana pool to basically go by itself. But yes, I wanted to support the developer, so I bought this on Steam. Very good game, very fun game. You can enrage things, which makes the waves more powerful. So that added 4 monsters and 14 hit points and 63 armor. And that was just a level 1 bomb. You can enrage them with everything all the way up to sort of top level bombs, which makes them far more dangerous. But it's a well put together game, and personally it's not particularly expensive on Steam. So I invested in it a long time ago. But I thought I'd do a free-to-play trial game as an update video, because I thought it was the style that fitted it best. I think I may actually have to upgrade this gem. Let's see if the beam keeps it going through the last wave. Yeah, the beam should keep it going through the last wave. There we go. So that was a really high-level mission, and you can see that it gave me 168,096 experience. up from a previous maximum of 90,000 or so, or 70,000, because you can see there that that's the experience gain afterwards. Got my Come Take Me achievement as well. And there you can see it level me up, it gives me skill points, gives me achievements, and you can get all sorts of things. It's a great little fun game, and that has also been a bit of a channel update explaining why things have been going slowly, a little bit more slowly. Thank you all for watching. I have been the Learning Droid, and the Gaming Droid, and this has been Gemcraft Chasing Shadows. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!